The 5-8 San Francisco 49ers are on the road, not like they weren't sort of last week, but for Week 15 they'll be in Dallas to face the 4-9 Cowboys, who kept their faint playoff hopes alive behind a nice Andy Dalton revenge match performance.
Punched off the turf by Amari Cooper, and that's a Cowboy touchdown.
Dalton got to face his old team in his old town, and he ended up throwing for 185 yards, 2 TDs, and a nice 122.6 rating, all part of one of his better showings as a Cowboy.
Pollard to the end zone, that's a touchdown.
He spread the ball around too, 7 different receivers, none with more than 4 catches.
Play action on first down, Dalton finds Dalton Schultz.
Building off that outing may be tough though. The Niners had no trouble with a trio of Washington signal callers, holding them to under 100 yards passing to just 3.4 yards per attempt and a rating of just 42.2.
Intercepted at the 36.
On the ground, they did give up over 6 yards a carry to J.D. McKissick, but they held the team to 3.5 a run overall, and they are one of a handful of teams that are holding the opposition under 4 a carry for the year.
49ers run him out of bounds.
How you handle rushing attacks is usually key when you face Dallas, but not so much this year. Even in a blowout win, Ezekiel Elliott still only got 12 touches along the ground, finishing with just 48 yards.
Elliott up the middle. Elliott not going anywhere.
Dallas even gave Tony Pollard almost the same number of handoffs, but he didn't do much either.
Trying to get to the edge, but Marcus Hunt tracking him down from behind.
Meantime, San Francisco's run game seems to be in a perfect spot to lead the way for their offense this week.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Raheem Mostert hit at 4.6 a carry last week, but on just 14 carries.
Mostert, can he get it? He does.
He's sitting on around 5 yards a run for the season, but hasn't had a single game with 20 carries yet.
Gets through and across midfield.
And if there was ever a team to increase his workload against, it has to be the Cowboys, as their run defense has spent most of the season looking up at every other team statistically.
Cuts it upfield. Nice run from P.
Dallas's pass D, though, might have a chance to go back-to-back games where they take care of business. Just 208 yards to the Bengals and just 5.8 yards per attempt.
Trying to throw a dart through all kinds of traffic looking for Tyler Boyd.
And now they take on Nick Mullens, coming off a 260-yard game where he threw for a TD, a pick, managing a rating just over 70.
Intercepted! It's another Washington takeaway! Cameron Curl! He's gonna go all the way!
Within all that, Mullens was also sacked 4 times, too. Dallas's pass rush hasn't been anything special, but they did come up with a couple QB takedowns last week.
Ryan Finley in, and on the first snap, Ryan Finley takes, he's sacked.
And most importantly, last week, Dallas came up with 3 takeaways, all fumble recoveries.
The ball is out and scooped up by the Cowboys. On the run up the field, Aldon Smith motoring to the other end, and Aldon Smith will take it in for a Dallas touchdown.
And the Niners coughed up 2 balls last week and lost both.
Mullens fumbles the football. Washington has it back. Chase Young. They're chasing him down the sideline. And Chase Young has a Washington touchdown.
So it's Dalton versus Mullens. It's not quite Aikman Young or even Garoppolo versus Dak, but the winner of this matchup will still have a Lloyd Christmas chance at making the postseason. Fill out the comments section with your predicted scores. We will fill out our graphic with the same.
And the kickoff, 1 yard deep and out comes Pollard. Pollard digging and zagging his way up the field, and Pollard with running room. Pollard across midfield and into Bengals territory, finally pulled down at the 43-yard line by Jesse Bates. At least a couple of games. They're trying to get their 6th win of the season. Mullens on a target at the 30. Brandon Ayuk brought down around the 31-yard line. It's a first down, 49ers.